How you doing? My name is Jarek Robbins. I'm an international best-selling author, a performance coach. We have a business accelerator program that helps owners accelerate the progress in their business. We do lots of amazing things around the world. The favorite thing that we do is reach the people that need it most at the moment they need it with the message they need. Today, we're going to be talking about a very simple formula of how to go about increasing your overall performance and results. I call this your best plus one formula. And what I mean by your best plus one is it starts off with getting really, really clear on your metrics. And so if we were to take a moment and ask you, whatever the most important category of your life is. For some of you, this is your health. For some of you, this is your emotions. For some of you, this could be the relationship you have with your loved ones. For some of you, let's see, this could be your finances. This could be your business. I don't know what category it is for you personally out there watching right now, but whatever category is most important to you right now in your life, what I'm going to ask you is, what is the best result, the best effort, the best measurement or progress you've ever made in this category of your life? And what I mean is, in your health, you might say, the best I've ever done is a 6-minute mile while running. In your emotions, the best you've ever done is, let's say, 7 months of absolute joy, meaning every day you just had an abundance of joy for 7 months. In your relationship, you might say how we measure our best was we do a quarterly score to see how happy your spouse and you are in your relationship, and the best you ever had was a 3-year streak of 10 every single time in your personal net promoter score, which is how you measure how satisfied and happy each other are in the relationship. In your finances, you might consistently, and I'm going to do a little sidetrack here, most people's finances, if you've ever been to like a family fair, they have these things that look like this, and there's this kind of horse thing, and people sit on it, and it kind of just goes around in a circle, and as it's going around in a circle, it goes up, and then it comes back down. And if you watch that thing really closely, that's what most people's finances look like. Year over year, they go around the same loop. They make about the same amount of money. They spend, about the same amount of money every month. And then they make the same amount of money. And at the end of the year, they land up right here, which is exactly almost where they started the year from. They didn't get any much better. They didn't get any much worse. They just went up and down every month and round and round. At the end of 12 months, they landed up right smack where they started financially. Now, I look at that, and I don't think that's a good idea. I think there's no reason that if you look at your finances, it shouldn't be going like this year over year over year. And if you look at specifically, maybe you have a big year, slow year, a big year, slow year, big year, slow year, big year, slow year. But overall, if you look at the general progress, it's consistently getting better. There's no reason financially you should be at the same place you were 6 months ago, 6 years ago, 5 quarters ago. You should be significantly better. And I'm going to give you a couple rules along the formula of your best plus one. And finally, in your business is either doing this, you're going around every 12 months and landing up in the exact same position you landed up in before, or your business is doing this. It's constantly getting better over time. You might have some flat streaks, you might have some highs and lows, but overall, if you look at the trend, it's consistently better than it's ever been before. Now, how do we do that? How do we get this to happen right here? How do we get your results to always be improving? Well, we have a really simple formula. Like I said in the beginning, it's called identifying what your best is and adding one to it. It's really simple. If you were to look, we're going to go a little bit deeper on business right now for just a couple moments. Number one, if you want to rule, you have to have your revenue be more than your expenses. Now, some of you might have just rolled your eyes and went, okay, Captain Obvious, isn't that what everyone's aiming for? Yeah, that's what people want, but most of you aren't measuring it. And so what we need you to do is figure out how much are you spending every month. So what's your revenue minus whatever your expenses are is going to equal your net profit. And we need to know what those three numbers are. And once we know what those three numbers are, whatever, let's say it's $100,000 a month of net profit, the target becomes, if we apply really simply the best plus one formula, it's saying, hey, if this month you're at $100,000 in profit, guess what we're going to do next month? We're going to find a way to spend a little less and make a little more. And our target is to get you to $100,001 in net profit. That's it. If that's all we got you to, and you did that every single month, the next month, if all you did was $100,002, guess what happens over a long period of time? That's right. You have this kind of consistent overall growth. And so my question would be, if you were to set up a plan in your business to do your best plus one for the next 6 months, what would you need to put in place? Who would you need to have on your team? What systems and processes would you need if all you did was apply this really simple formula of your best plus one? If you look at your leads, let's say each month for the last few months, you've had a total, and we'll just do the first 3 months of the year. Let's say January, you got 100 leads. February, my goodness, get 101. March, you got it, just get 102. 1 plus 1 each month. If that's all you did for the rest of the year, every month you got your best plus one, you're going to have more leads every single month moving forward. If you did it with sales, I think this concept is pretty simple and you can see where it's going. January, you got 25 sales. Guess what you do in February? That's it. Go for 26. Guess what you do in March? You got it. Go for 27. All you got to do is your best plus one. If you do this consistently, your overall business results are going to look like this. They're going to get better and better and better. And here's the real question. What do you think the number one obstacle is to your best plus one? What is it? What is the number one obstacle, the number one thing standing in your way to your best plus one? Well, I'll tell you. I got a Peloton bike a few weeks ago, and I've jumped on there, and I've been using the best plus one formula every single day on the bike. Now, I post my results every day, and here's what it shows me. Let me show you the little app, and I'll show you the picture of what it gives me at the end of every class. At the end of every class, you can see right here, I get this little gold star. Now, that was from a couple days ago. Let me see if I could find the one from this morning. The one from this morning, here it is. Top 6% of all riders in the class overall, and came in second place in my live group. Yesterday, finished number 1 in my live group, and it's the key. All you need to do is figure out what is the best you've ever done and add 1 to it. And if you continually do this, Paco's got it right. What happens is compound growth over time. One of my favorite images when it comes to compound growth is this image right here. Let me see if I can find it. I was teaching, there it is. I was teaching financial literacy the other day. But look at this. Warren Buffett's net worth over time. Now, he didn't win every single time, but those little red lines are decades in his life. There's 2 decades right here. He went from 5,000 to 3.4 million in net worth from 14 to 34. 34 to 44, he went from 3.4 million to 19 million. 44 to 54, he went from 19 million to about $1 billion. 54 to 64, he went from 1 billion to about 16 billion. 64 to 74, he lands up all the way at around, 40 billion. 74 to 84, he's somewhere around, what is this up here? 60, 70 billion. Imagine if he would have stopped improving at 34 years old, or 44, or 54. I mean, my goodness, what if he stopped at 64? Now, all of us would have been proud and said, good job, Warren. You totally crushed it. You got 16 billion. But look how much of his wealth was made in the last 2 decades of his life. The last 2 decades was about 80% of his entire wealth. My question is, if you were to do your best plus 1 from now on moving forward, how much growth is left inside of you? How much progress is left to be made in your life, in your business, in your finances, in your health? And what we need to do is get compound interest or compounding on your side. If we're going to do that, the number 1 obstacle is your mindset. It's you feeling exhausted, feeling tired. It's you getting to a point in your life where you say, I don't know if I've got any more in me. I mean, imagine, going back to that slide real quick, imagine if Warren would have gotten to, where did it go? There it is. Imagine if Warren would have gotten to 44 years old right here and said, I don't know if I have any more. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Why do I need to give my best? I'm good. I'm just going to kick back and enjoy it from here. My goodness, he would have got $19 million, and good for him. We would have been happy and said he really was successful in life. But he didn't. Next 10 years, he went from 19 million literally to $1 billion. That's a huge, huge decade. Huge decade. What can you do with the next decade of your life? What can you do for the next decade in your business? What if he would have quit at 54? Somewhere around $1 billion? My gosh, he crushed it. Everyone's happy, thrilled for him. He was a huge success in the world. He would have missed out on 90% of his potential gain in the next couple decades of his life if he would have quit early. And so, really simple message. Number 1, get extremely clear on what your current metrics are. And all I want you to do is challenge yourself moving forward for the next 6 months is give it your best plus 1. You commit to doing that, you're going to see some massive improvement financially, mentally, emotionally, health, spiritually, relationship-wise. If you want some accountability on this, come and join our Business Accelerator group. We have a whole group of business owners from all around the world joined together working on consistently putting our best effort plus 1 every single week up on our scoreboard. If you want to join our group and you're watching this live, just send me a direct message that says Business Accelerator. I'll send you the info. If you're watching this on a website, there should be an application right below the video. Just fill that out. We'd love to have a chat with you, see if we can assist you in living true and consistently to your best plus 1. Have a great day, everyone. Kick some butt out there in life. Continue to give your best +1, and I look forward to seeing you in another one of these trainings.